now for our fantastic host, the wonderful and talented Mr. Randall White.
I think that's the champagne talking.
All right, good morning, everyone. Hour number 2 here on Eat, Drink, Explore Radio. I'm your host, Randall White, and we are coming to you live from downtown San Luis Obispo. The fog, for the first time since we've been broadcasting from downtown, has not broken yet. And I have to say I'm kind of glad about that because it really, at this time of year, streams right in this window and makes it difficult to see the computer screen. But a big welcome to you if you're just joining us this hour. Lots of great stuff as we explore the worlds of food, wine, travel, craft beer, tourism in a healthy, fun, and sustainable manner. Straight ahead, Sunset Magazine, one of my favorites. This is the summer issue, the big summer food issues out right now on newsstands, and it is full of amazing information. We have their top cocktail trends for the summer, and we'll be hearing all about those. And I've followed a few of these. I'm handing the magazine over to Patty Byburn right now so she can see if she's a trendy type person. Also, if you're anything like most of us living in this nation, then you've noticed store-bought tomatoes are often tasteless with an odd texture, while fresh vine-ripened tomatoes like the ones you get from your garden are some of the best-tasting treats of summer. In fact, Patty, you don't even... Well, she says she doesn't like tomatoes, and I think it's because she was mostly exposed to the store-bought versions.
Probably so. Not the fresh tomatoes I can't do. They look great, big round red globes, and you know the heirloom ones are kind of gnarled and but it depends on what you like. Some of those are really interesting to look at.
They are, and you had some tomatoes in Spain that
were
made you
really
rethink.
good. Yes.
Yeah. Then finally, we'll be speaking with the author of a book called Tomatoland, and Barry Estabrook. He's an amazing food journalist, and he'll be talking about the history of the tomato and what happened. And then finally, we'll speak with an editor at Organic Gardening Magazine about choosing the right herbs for your garden if you want to make some good drinks. We will also run down a list of the top 10 cities for taking a beer vacation. You'll want to hear that. That's right after I tell you that Eat, Drink, Explore Radio is brought to you by Kelly's at the Grill at Hunter Ranch Golf Course. The best kept secret on the Central Coast for sure. It's hidden away there right on top of a mountain in the middle of a golf course, and you look out over the rolling hills of Paso Robles. It is the Hunter Ranch Golf Course, open 7 days a week for breakfast and lunch. Happy hour is daily from 3 to 6, so it really should be happy hours. And then dinner Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, located on 46 East past Airport Road there in Paso Robles. Kelly's at the Grill at Hunter Ranch. Give it a try. All right, right now it is time for the top 10 segment, and we once again bring in Miss Patty Byburn to specifically talk the top 10 cities for taking a beer vacation.
I like it.
A beer-cation.
A beer-cation.
I guess you could call it. I heard someone the other day say they wanted to say staycation, but they wrote stay vacation, and I'm like, what?
Stay vacation.
Well, no, that's not it. And you know what, Patty? I've got a...
I like beer-cation, or could it be a brew-cation?
Yeah. Right, a brewcation. Oh, I like that. Yeah, a brewcation. So I need to find the rundown here. Here it is. Found it. Just took me a second.
Little tap dancing going on here.
All right. Okay, so the number one city for this, we'll start at number 10 instead.
Okay, we'll go work our way up.
We'll work our way up. Number 10 is Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, well, that's a natural.
If anyone ever remembers the beginning to Laverne and Shirley, they lived in Milwaukee.
Right.
That was a show on ABC in the 70s about
and
two
what was
women.
the beer?
Shots,
I
think it was.
Because my dad, way back, drank Schlitz.
Yeah.
Schlitz.
And I think they were playing off of that.
I think so, yeah.
Shots with a Z. And Miller is located there, the big giant Miller Brewing Company in Miller Park, if you're a baseball fan. But lots of breweries in Wisconsin, and there you can walk from one to the next. There's one called Lakefront Brewery that's right there on Lake Michigan. Milwaukee's just a fun city to explore, period. It used to be very blue-collar and not much going on. Now there's tons of restaurants. And
throw in some beer and...
All right.
Say no more.
Amen, sister friend. All right, here we go. Number 9 is San Diego.
Oh.
You know, we just recently had on the show from Stone Brewing Company, Dr. Bill, who gave us some beer tips. And
some
San
great
Diego.
beer information from Dr. Bill.
Yes, and there's so many reasons to visit San Diego. I hear they have a great fireworks show. I'm just kidding. Have you heard of was that part of the newscast? I
We
don't know.
didn't have that.
No, okay, yeah. So the San Diego fireworks all went off at one time.
Oops.
And instead of being spread out over the course of
Something went wrong with the programming, and it was one big grand finale instead of a show.
I hate to laugh, but I'm just wondering if the city had a contract that would allow them to get that money back. We'll be hearing about
Fireworks
that.
are expensive.
That's for sure. Okay, Portland, and we're not talking Portland, Oregon. We're talking Portland, Maine.
Okay.
Is city number 8. Lots to do on the coast there too. Up in Maine, I love that state. Where am I? 7. Number 7 is Asheville, North Carolina. And Asheville is now home to Sierra Nevada Brewery East. They're building their big one there. And several other microbreweries have chosen Asheville. It already was sort of a beer mecca with tiny microbreweries and such. And it was the setting, a lot of areas right around Asheville for filming of the Hunger Games.
Oh, that's right.
All right. It's telling me a server hang up. Sorry here. Let's, I know. Ruh-roh. Okay. Portland, Oregon. So we said Portland,
Okay.
Maine.
Portland.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Widmer Brothers is there. If you want a good gluten-free beer, they have one available. And then coming in at number 5 is Seattle, Washington. The Pacific Northwest in general. Big with coffee, big with beer.
Yes.
And
Yes.
now big with wine.
That's right. We heard that about Seattle.
Right. Number 4 is Charlottesville, Virginia. I would not have guessed that.
Nope.
Nelson County, apparently, is where that's located, and I just don't know enough about to talk about it. So we'll skip to number 3, which is Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo, Michigan, once again in the Midwest there. I know there's a lot of brewing going on. They have a great Brewers Guild in Michigan that throw all kinds of events throughout the year, including one right in the middle of winter, which I think is funny, and it's outdoors. Okay, Fort Collins, Colorado. I used to manage the Boulder Brewing Company just down the road from Fort Collins, and yeah.
That's a great place.
Great breweries there in the Fort Collins area. I bought my very first car there. The first one that I bought. It was a Jeep Renegade.
Oh, that's perfect. Colorado.
I think I bought it because of that. I couldn't afford the gas though, so I sold it for a Honda Civic.
Parked your bike next to it.
Right. And number 1 on the list is Burlington, Vermont, which is sort of like a Berkeley, like a Madison, Wisconsin, like a Boulder, Colorado. It's a college town there. Right on Lake Champlain, I believe it is. And Burlington would be a fun town to visit anyway, but apparently they have a great beer scene. So there you have it, the top 10 beer cities, Miss Pyburn.
Woohoo. Well, you know what? You can't go wrong with beer.
No. No,
Right?
you can't, really.
It turns a vacation and a visit to my house into a vacation.
It does. And your house is a vacation. All right, right after the break, we are talking Sunset Magazine and the top cocktail trends for summer 2012. We'll speak with an editor there about how they came up with these. And then they have a list on the next page. They have a list of bars where you can find these trends happening. So really a cool issue, and we will dissect it right after the break. The Eat, Drink, Explore radio show is currently